facilitation, the art of hosting, how we can work together as scientists is one of the biggest challenges we currently face. There's an increasing urge for interdisciplinary and even transdisciplinary collaboration. And even within scientific disciplines, there are many conflicts. So how we learn to work together is really something we have to face head on. There are many great papers out there and wonderful books that can help you to get into it. But one of the easiest exercises how you can start is by filming group work or even just recording it. Why don't you, next time you work in an interdisciplinary team, that is with people who have different scientific identities, who identify themselves to maybe even belong to different disciplines, why don't you, with the consent of everybody of course involved, put your phone on the table and record the whole discussion? That's right, you record the whole thing and then you listen to it later at a distance. That's a really important point, because first you need to see how you remember it. Maybe you take some notes and then you have it sediment a little bit so that your brain has time to settle. And then 1 or 2 weeks later, I invite you to listen to the whole group work or even watch it if you made a movie. Just put your camera somewhere. With the consent of everybody involved, you film it. And then don't focus on the others. Don't focus on what they said. Only focus on yourself and what your role in the whole thing is. It's so easy to start finger pointing. We do it all the time, including me. But why don't you look at your very own role, how you played things, how you interacted in the group, and try to understand? It's certainly not an easy exercise. I would encourage you to maybe discuss this, to have some people who support you to this end, because this is quite an eye-opener. When you are like learning to become a teacher in teacher education, people do this regularly, that they get filmed. And that's a really humbling experience. But it's also something where you learn a lot about yourself, where you observe yourself and where you gain knowledge. So looking into this mirror of how you interact with other people. Of course, you have to overcome first this whole, oh, my voice sounds so different, I look so different. So all these insecurities that we all have, that's perfectly normal. But once you start to focus on what you actually said and how you interacted with people, it starts to become very interesting. So I invite you to try this out and to really go deep in how you interact, how you are with other people, because this will change the way how you do science in the future.